Good afternoon, boys and girls. I am glad to meet you at our online English lesson. We'll continue our work online. So, let's start. We learn past simple, regular verbs, affirmative, negative and questions. Ребята, я рада вас приветствовать на нашем онлайн-уроке английского языка, и мы продолжаем нашу работу, но в режиме онлайн. Мы остановились с вами на прошедшем времени, past simple, и работали с правильными глаголами. Let's watch a short video and remember the rule. Давайте мы посмотрим коротенькое видео, вспомним правила.
Past simple verb forms are created by adding e and d in the end of the verb. For example, want, wanted. He wanted to buy a new car. Call, called. She called him on the phone.
Hello.
For verbs ending in e, we add d in the end. For example, change, changed. He changed his clothes. For verbs ending in y, first y changes into I, and then we add e and d in the end. For example, try, tried. He tried really hard. Remember, when the verb ends in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we double the last consonant and then we add ed in the end. For example, stop, stopped. The car stopped. If the last letter is X, we don't double the consonant. For example, fax, faxed. When the verb ends in a vowel plus y does not turn into I. We simply add ed in the end. For example, stay, stayed. She stayed at home.
Okay, we continue our work and open your students' books on page 83. Students' books, page 83. Grammar. Past simple regular, affirmative and negative. Past simple – правильные глаголы, утвердительная и отрицательная форма. How to form affirmative. Как построить утвердительное предложение? We add ed. Мы добавляем окончание ed. I listened. Я слушал. You listened. Ты слушал. He listened. Он слушал. She listened. Она слушала. It listened. Оно слушало. We listened. Мы слушали. They listened. Они слушали. And we can say I danced, you studied, he traveled. How to form negative form? Как построить отрицательное предложение? We take the auxiliary verb did plus not. Мы берем вспомогательный глагол did и к нему добавляем not. And we get didn't. И мы получаем краткую форму didn't. При этом мы не забываем, что глагол из прошедшего времени возвращается в настоящее. То есть мы убираем окончание ed. I didn't listen. You didn't dance. He didn't study. They didn't travel. Let's do some exercises. Давайте мы сделаем с вами несколько упражнений. Exercise number 2. Complete the sentences with the past simple affirmative. Нам нужно дополнить предложение, употребляя past simple, в утвердительной форме. Yesterday she tidied her room. Вчера она убирала свою комнату. Не забываем, что в глаголе tidy в конце у нас буковка y, которая при добавлении окончания ed меняется на I. Yesterday she tidied her room. Number 2. We carried the computer to the classroom. This same, то же самое. В глаголе carry we have y. У нас буковка y в конце, которая меняется на I. The actors danced in that film. Актеры танцевали в этом фильме. We add just D. Мы добавляем только буковку D, потому что глагол dance у нас заканчивается на I. Our dog jumped in the car this morning. We add ed. Мы добавляем окончание ed. Наша собака запрыгнула в машину этим утром. My friends and I walked to school last week. Мои друзья и я ходили пешком в школу на прошлой неделе. We add ed. Мы добавляем ed. We watched a DVD last night. Мы смотрели DVD прошлой ночью. We add ed. То же самое добавляем окончание ed. The bus stopped near the museum. Автобус остановился возле музея. А в этом глаголе stop у нас в конце буковка P, которая будет удваиваться при добавлении окончания ed. The bus stopped near the museum. Exercise 3. Put the sentences in exercise 2 in the negative form. Нам нужно поставить эти предложения в отрицательную форму и записать в нашу тетрадь отрицательные предложения. Мы помним, возвращаемся к правилу нашему. Для того, чтобы построить отрицательную форму, we take did plus not or didn't. Мы берем вспомогательный did, к нему добавляем not и получаем краткую форму didn't. Let's do it together. Делаем это задание вместе. Yesterday she tidied her room. Negative form. Yesterday she didn't tidy her room. Не забываем, что когда у нас появляется didn't, то окончание ed убирается. We carried the computer to the classroom. We didn't carry the computer to the classroom. The actors danced in that film. The actors didn't dance in that film. Our dog jumped in the car this morning. Our dog didn't jump in the car this morning. My friends and I walked to school. Exercise 4. Complete the text with these verbs in the past simple. We have the verbs. Arrive – прибывать. Not help – не помогать. Not like – не нравится. Not watch – не смотреть. Play – играть. Stay – оставаться. Tidy – убирать. Want – хотеть. Let's complete the text. Last night my parents were out, so I stayed at home with my brother Harry. I the living room. I tidied the living room, but Harry didn't help me. Next, I played games with him, but he didn't like games. Then he wanted to watch Jazz, a scary film about a shark. We didn't watch it for long. When mom and dad arrived home, my brother and I were behind the sofa. Okay, now please open your books on page. Open your books on page 84. Reading. Look at the names 1, 6. Can you match them to the photos AF? Right now we can't, but after we listen the text, I think we can. Сейчас мы не можем соединить название с картинками. Но после того, как мы послушаем, прочитаем и переведем текст, конечно же, мы сможем. So, let's start listening. Слушаем, ребят. Travel back in time. Путешествуем назад.
CD3. Track 10. Travel back in time. Welcome to the time tunnels at the Max Museum of Modern Culture. In the first time tunnel, you can relive the culture of the 70s. This was a time of freedom for women and young people in America and Western Europe. Andy Warhol was a famous pop artist. He started in the 60s, but he was very popular in the 70s because his work was fresh and modern. At the cinema, people watched exciting films like Jaws, Star Wars, and Grease. In the evening, people liked disco music. They danced to ABBA, the European superstars from Sweden. Some film posters and record covers from this time are pieces of art now. In the second time tunnel, you can visit the 80s. American culture was cool. Many people liked fast food and Hollywood blockbuster films like E.T. and Wall Street. People worked long hours, and some young people wanted lots of money. But others didn't like this culture of me, me, me. Graffiti art was one way to show they were angry. In the 80s, people enjoyed some great pop music. For example, Kylie Minogue, Madonna, and Michael Jackson. Their videos and stage shows were also a type of art.
Okay.
CD3.
Translate this text.
Track 11. 1.
Travel back in time. Путешествуем обратно во времени. Добро пожаловать в туннель времени Музея современной культуры Макса. В первом туннеле вы можете заново пережить культуру 70-х. Это было время свободы для женщин и молодежи в Америке и в Восточной Европе. Энди Харлоу был знаменитым художником. Он начал в 60-е годы, но он был очень популярным в 70-е, потому что его работы были свежи и современны. В кинотеатрах люди смотрели такие захватывающие фильмы, как «Челюсти», «Звездные войны» и «Грязные танцы». По вечерам люди любили диско-музыку. Они танцевали под Аббу. Это европейские суперзвезды из Швеции. Некоторые постеры фильмов и обложки пластинок этого времени теперь являются произведением искусства. Во втором временном туннеле вы можете посетить 80-е годы. Американская культура была очень крутой. Много молодых людей любили фастфуд и голливудские блокбастеры, например, такие как Уолл-стрит или E.T. Люди работали долгими часами, и иногда молодые люди хотели много денег. Но другим нравилась эта культура. Ми-ми-ми. Граффити было одним из способов показать, что они были очень злыми. В 80-х людям нравилась прекрасная поп-музыка. Например, Кайли Миноуг, Мадонна или Майкл Джексон. Их видео и выступления на сцене – это также тип искусства. Let's look at these words and translate them. Давайте посмотрим на слова в рамке и переведем их вместе. Tunnel – туннель. Fresh – свежий. Culture – культура. Blockbuster – блокбастер. Freedom – свобода. Angry – злой. Now, please, let's come back to exercise 1. Возвращаемся к упражнению 1. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures and 6 names. Our task is to match. So, jaws, челюсти. It is picture E. Greasy, грязные танцы. Picture B. ABBA, famous group. Picture C. E.T. Picture F. Andy Warhol, artist. Picture D. And Kylie Minogue, picture A. Okay. Now please. Exercise 3. Read the text quickly. Are these things from 70s or 80s? The time to know. What about graffiti? Graffiti art is from 80s time to know. What about Andy Warhol? Andy Warhol is from 70s time to know. What about Wall Street? Wall Street is from 80s time to know. What about Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson is from 80s. What about Star Wars? Star Wars is from 70s. What about ABBA? ABBA is also from 70s. Now please answer the questions. What type of museum is it? It is a museum of modern culture. Who was Andy Warhol? He was a famous pop artist. Which Swedish band was famous for disco music? ABBA was famous for disco music. Which Swedish band was famous for disco music? It was ABBA. What were two examples of American culture? Fast food and Hollywood blockbuster films were two examples of American culture. And the last, why was graffiti art popular in the 80s? Because people were angry. The next task, listening. Listen to 3 people from the Max Museum. Match each speaker to the things they do. You can see speaker 1, speaker 2 and speaker 3. And you can see things they do. A. Take photographs. B. Sell tickets. C. Works in the gift shop. So let's listen and do this task. Track 11.
My job? I work in the gift shop at the museum. People can buy copies of paintings there. Andy Warhol paintings are always popular. People often buy that big pink picture of Marilyn Monroe.
2.
I love my job. I take photographs of the art in the exhibitions, so we can put the photos in our brochure. Have you got the new brochure with the black and grey graffiti picture? That's my photo.
3.
Am I an artist? No, I sell tickets here. It's a great place to work. We're very busy because the new Time Tunnels exhibition opened this week. About 500 people visited yesterday.
CD3. Track.
Okay, boys and girls, let's check up. Speaker 1. What does he do? Yes, he works in the gift shop. What about speaker 2? Speaker 2 takes photographs. And speaker 3 sells tickets. Very good. Listen one more time and find these things. Names of 2 famous people, 3 colors, and a number. Listen attentively. Слушаем внимательно.
CD3. Track 11. 1. My job? I work in the gift shop at the museum. People can buy copies of paintings there. Andy Warhol paintings are always popular. People often buy that big pink picture of Marilyn Monroe. 2.
I love my job. I take photographs of the art in the exhibitions, so we can put the photos in our brochure. Have you got the new brochure with the black and grey graffiti picture? That's my photo.
3.
Am I an artist? No, I sell tickets here. It's a great place to work. We're very busy because the new Time Tunnels exhibition opened this week. About 500 people visited yesterday.
CD3.
Okay, let's check up. 2 famous people. 2 famous people are Andy Warhol and Marilyn Monroe. 3 colors. 3 colors are pink, black, and grey. A number. What number did you hear? 500. And here you can see exercise 3. What about you? Imagine you are in the year 2013. Say, what the year 2012 was like. Ребята, вам нужно представить, что вы оказались в 2030 году. We travel in future. Мы путешествуем с вами в будущее. И вам нужно написать, каким был 2012 год. Don't forget to write in past simple. Не забываем писать past simple. Не забываем добавлять к глаголу окончание «ed». Если вы делаете предложение отрицательным, вы ставите после глагола did plus not or didn't. Okay, your home task for the next lesson will be. Ваше домашнее задание на следующий урок будет следующее. You read this text and translate it into Russian. Вы читаете текст, переводите его на русский язык. И выполняете грамматические упражнения на past simple in your workbook. Write down the pages. Записываем странички. Pupils book, page 84. Read and translate. Pupils book, страничка 84. Читаем, переводим. Workbook, page 65, 66. Workbook, page 65, 66. Okay, boys and girls, our lesson is over. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye and see you soon.